Evening, everyone. Good evening, Douglas. It's week two. Week two is in the bag. Some of us
Evening,
are still
Craig.
unbeaten. Some of us
Yeah,
aren't.
yeah. An interesting week, as every week is in the NFL world.
Yeah, it's been. It was. Do you know what the thing is as well? Do you know what after week one, you were absolutely cussing going early on wide receivers, weren't you? But they've bounced back in week two. Amon Ra bounced back. Chase came back, even though Burrows went down. I don't know what that means for him now. But Neighbours bounced back. They all had games this week.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. The kind of, I think there's a few talking points amongst some of the rookie running backs, but yeah, the receivers uh, kicked on, and to be honest, they're kind of they're looking pretty good for me at the minute, so can't say I'm complaining.
So before we get into show me the money, 2-0. Mac Jones looked pretty decent. Are you
Yeah, so
getting are you getting your hopes back up? I mean, genuinely, he looked fine. He done all right. No interceptions. He done what kind of a Kyle Shanahan quarterback supposed to do, just keep the thing ticking over. I thought he done quite well.
he did. He came on a game. He started a wee bit slowly, and I was a bit frustrated. And then he came on a game, and he did fine. The chat is that Purdy might well play this week
Oh,
against
is it?
Arizona, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, as I said last week, the problem for us is the schedule is fairly soft. So until we actually face and beat a real proper team, then there's still going to be a question mark, as to actually what level are we at. The one thing I am really chuffed about is I think Robert Sala is possibly the best signing we made in the summer. I think he's going to make a huge difference.
Well, I mean, the defense certainly looks very, very good. So. Oh, look at that. There's Martin on. Not even in our
Oh,
league, and he's going into listen. Love it, Martin. Welcome to Show Me the Money. But yeah, so 2-0, but it's a good start. As you say, the schedule's soft, but you can only beat who's in front of you. And that, I think we're dead
no,
set
no,
to get into the playoffs now.
100%. Jennings looked good. He's now dealing with a kind of ankle injury. Maybe it's going to be like this for him all season, but he looked pretty good. Uh, Roll on 4 or 5 weeks time when Kittle's back and Ayuk might hopefully be back, and all of a sudden you've then got four really good catching options, and you're like, you know.
It's on.
And obviously you guys, um, that defense is a problem.
It looks
Uh,
real, doesn't it?
it
It does
really,
look real.
yeah, it does. It does, and that covers, that helps an offense obviously immeasurably. So,
Completely. I mean,
yeah,
we
I'm
can run the
nervous.
ball to death now. We won't concede many. And do you know what the thing about Parsons is? He doesn't need to get the quarterback. He doesn't. Just his presence there opens it up for other people. It puts him in
Yeah.
a panic, and he doesn't need to get there. Just being in the team makes it better. Makes it better, makes it easier for the defense. So yeah, I'm getting quite excited about it now. I've got to say, I thought we've looked absolutely excellent for 2 weeks now, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I mean, obviously, losing Jordan Reed, it's a loss, but it's not a massive loss. It's a shared out receiver room anyway. I'd like to see Golden doing a wee bit better. I'd like to see him start coming into his game a little bit, and if he can do, yeah, I'm very excited for the season ahead now.
He's bound to. I mean, the underdog guys are quite big on rookie receivers in the second half of their debut season, really coming into their own. It does take them time. Running backs are slightly different because that's almost like see a whole run through it, but things are a bit more intricate for a receiver. So give Golden a few weeks.
Well, I mean, I've given him the few weeks to the
I
tune of
see
I
this.
brought him into my show me the money team,
I see.
so it's I am very hopeful that he will find his feet and he'll find them soon, and I think Jordan Reed out might just help him find his feet a little bit, but we shall see. But that's the real life stuff. We'll worry about that later. It's all about show me the money now, and yes, so it was a heck of a week. It really was. Where are we starting, Johnny? You kick us off. You tell us the division we're starting in. We're starting in our division. So yeah, so show me the Packers, given Varsity Blues changed my life. A right good butt whooping. Uh, 130 points, top score of the week. 72 for. I mean, we were bumming up the Groat all. I mean, is Groat greatest reject of all time? Is that what that stands for? Because he seems to be able to turn gold into water, this boy, you know.
Well, we did say that he would shoot himself in the foot, and I mean his eye test and Ken Walker, it just I don't know, comical. Kenny Walker's going to do absolutely grand with the Seahawks, so he could have been sitting with Bucky, Ken Walker, and Judkins, who looks like he's about to get going. That would have been three super running backs: McConkey, McMillan, Jaden
He wouldn't have been
Daniels,
sitting with
Sam
Judkins.
Laporta.
He got Judkins in the trade.
No, he had Judkins. He got Samson in the trade.
Oh, he got Samson in the trade, right? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. I mean, okay, after week one, and Ken Walker's an injury waiting to happen. I don't blame him. Ken Walker, he's had one good game, and yes, if he's on the pitch, if he plays 15 games, then you'll get a lot out of him for sure. He'll have his down weeks because Charbonnet's there as well, you know, and he will have good weeks as well. But yeah, I hear you. You know, I hear you, but I think he's done okay pairing up. I think pairing up Judkins and Samson's a good move. I think they'll do well as the season progresses.
We'll see. I think he's a player. I think he's a player short now, and he didn't need to be. He's still got a really good lineup. I mean,
Oh
the,
yeah,
our
I mean,
division's tough. Once he gets out, once he gets away from the division, he'll beat other teams in the league, no problem.
it's. I mean, well, for the game here, I mean, I had Jordan Love and Debo out on Thursday night, and he had Daniels, and obviously Love slightly beat Daniels. You know, there was a lot of garbage time stuff for Washington, but and obviously Debo grabbed a bit of that. So, in all honesty, I was never really worried about the game going into the weekend, and I had a lot of players out early, even Michael. And yeah, so I was never in a panic. Taylor done most of his work early doors as well, you know. So I thought I had the game in the bag pretty early on in the week, but you know, I don't know what else to say. It was a bit, you know, I was always ahead, and it never, Grote never looked like he was coming back into it.
You're flying high. Then you know just about all your players got a touchdown. You know your granddad's army is not a concern at the minute. To be fair, so whilst they stay fit, you're looking great. Jonathan Taylor's looking like he's a top five back, if not a top three back. So that can carry you a long way in itself.
Well, that and Achan will be fine as well. I think, provided they stay fit, like you say, you know, it's because I do love my first team. I think if my first team stays fit, I've got a good chance of
You,
defending here.
you
But
need the only thing about A-Chain is Miami can't run the ball. He's gonna have to get it done in the receiving game, which he did at the weekend, and he probably will, but they don't look like they can run the ball.
the O line's a bit of a worry, isn't it, in that sense?
Yeah,
But yeah, he's going to get he's going to get the dump offs. He's going to be involved in the passing game. I'm not overly worried there. But my worry is that it's, as you say, it's the Grandad United, and I do think that if one of them goes down, which is kind of inevitable, my bench isn't great. You know, and I see Warren's got a question mark on his name for this week, which kind of annoys me a little bit. But
yeah, because you
I've
don't
not got
have a
another tight
backup.
end, so no,
Yeah,
I need to go and drop someone, and I don't really want to drop anyone right now because in my bench is full of rookies that might kick on, and I don't want to drop the wrong one. I've already had to drop Horton
to bring
to
Golden in.
bring
Remember
in
that today, but Horton
Golden.
got a touchdown. Mims got a
He did.
touchdown on your bench. Yeah, you're strong.
I mean, Mims is, but Franklin looks like he's going to be the number two there, and that's a worry for Mims there as well. I did bring in Bo Nix as well, so as I can swap it about with Love, which I think is a good pickup. And I think it'll be a case of when I play Nix, I'll play Mims, but we'll see. But yes, it was a great win, and I'm now 2-0 and moving forward. And so talk us through this one then. You've had a nice bounce back week. How did this one go?
Just basically, so I went in slight underdog, but to be fair to Sean, he got slightly mugged off by Justin Fields getting injured. So you add, say, 20 points onto his score from, well, it was CJ Stroud, so maybe not 20 points because he's not doing much yet, but that kind of slightly flattered things. But 111 points is going to win you most games. It was really all about Tilo and Malik Neighbours. Um,
Oh yeah,
Neighbours,
Naples was huge.
Neighbour,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Neighbours isn't going to get that production every week, but it looks promising that Russell Wilson's going to be there for a while and he's going to be happy to keep flinging it to him. So that's pretty good. My running backs are Chase Brown. He might get more production now that Browning's in, but equally the offense isn't probably going to be as good. Pollard. To be fair to Pollard, Pollard's getting loads of production. He will get touchdowns at some point, I would think.
Well,
So I
yeah, I
just need to
agree.
be patient on him. Igbuka and Neighbours absolutely fine. Leave them there. Tight end, I'm a bit. I met. I've screwed up an agency. I missed on a couple of players that I should have made a bigger play on. So I'm kind of sitting stuck between Strange and Njoku, and nothing's really happening for either of them. So I'm going to have to be patient. Then J.K. Dobbins is doing fine, so I'll ride him for a while. And I've got Joanne Jennings on the bench, but yeah, everyone contributed apart from Strange. 111 points, happy days. Sean
Yeah, I
will
mean,
be Sean will be fine. I mean, he Fields has
oh
never
yeah,
did
I mean
anything.
Derek
Derrick
Henry,
Henry never did
2.3. Come
anything.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Henry will not score that often.
he's strong. Mike Evans has faced a couple of really good cornerbacks so far, but he'll be fine once he gets past this week because he's got another one this week. He's got Sauce this week,
Where are
but
you
Chase,
sitting with
Walker, Henry, he's fine.
what about Wandale on the bench? I mean, that's 2 weeks now that he's been a target. You know, he's obviously a favourite of
Yeah,
uh, he's a favourite there as well now. So what's Russell Wilson's favourite? What one of well, Neighbours is obviously the number one, but he's getting a lot of touches. Are you on? Are you kind of? Are you putting him in right now?
Wandale, yeah, I like him. I've got him in at least another couple of leagues. I I've started picking him up late in the draft season. Um, yeah, he's doing well, and Russell Wilson's going to throw the ball. He likes airing it out there, so it doesn't take too many catches before all of a sudden you're at 50, 60 yards and possibly a touchdown. So you're
Yeah,
relevant. You don't need
I
to get
agree.
20 points. So yeah, it seems all right.
Yeah, I like Wandale as well. I've always like he's never really performed. This is him just starting to kind of show
Yeah.
what the promise, you know. But I do like him, and I think it won't be long before Sean's got him in the starting lineup.
Well,
But yes,
so
that's
he's hung him out in the trade block. So he
yeah, but
has. He's trying to see if he can turn him over for a bit of profit, but I doubt he'll manage that.
yeah, I can't. But from what you want from him after one good week, you know, what Sean wants and what people are willing to pay are often two very different things. But yeah, he's 1-1 now. You're 1-1. I'm 2-0, and Groty's 0-2 in the division. So I'm the one that can go, only one that can go 3-0.
You
But
know,
yeah, the North is strong. I think all of those squads are really really strong. I can see us going and kicking some east, west, and south butts over
I
the
would
next
agree.
10 weeks.
I think we'll terrorise them, and you still own the North. Disappointing.
And I still own the North. You can see it in the background. You're all on my mantelpiece.
I'll give you that for just now.
So here's Michael beating Johnny 90 the Levion on a prayer 97-68 to the Madhouse G-Men's 86-60. I felt like Johnny was very unlucky this week. It was very close the whole way, and it kind of did roam back and forth, but it just kind of it just failed to go over the line there. Just failed to get up there.
Well,
Sutton being the big issue, Sutton getting absolutely nothing, and they aired that out as well. They did get they did throw it. It just he got nothing, and
so I think Johnny's made a couple of mistakes there, and hindsight's a great thing, etc. but I would definitely have played Dwayne Johnson over Henry. And I know it was the Giants, but I would have played that Green Bay defense all day long before the Dallas one.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean,
and that and that would have won the match, but that's hindsight, so it's easy to say. But yeah, I like Joanne Johnson. He's one that I've
so that.
messed up not getting. But anyway, case of that.
Yeah, I do like I like him as well. I think he's going to have a good season, and you know the tight end seems to always be the safety net for a kind of shaky, shall we say, quarterback. And Rattler looks okay, but he's not going to win you much, you know. But he looks fine. He looks capable. So you know, I think Johnson will get a lot of touches off him. I really do. But yeah, I mean, it's Pacheco there as well. I mean, Pacheco's a problem, isn't he? He's the number one, but what was that? 10 carries, 22 yards. He's not going to be the number one for long if he's running like that.
Completely.
He just
The
can't run
other
the ball.
the other problem I think he's got with Hubbard is that they've lost that guy Hunt, their right tackle, and I think their O line now will struggle to produce a strong running game. So I don't know how well Hubbard's going to do going forward. He'll get volume and all that sort of jazz, but he's going to really need the touchdowns to, I think, to capitalise, because I think that line's going to be a wee bit iffy, and Young's going to have to throw it quite a bit.
He'd be very happy about Drake May coming out and having a much better performance after the
Yeah,
week one debacle. So you know that'll settle him down a bit. I mean, I think it's still a good squad. There's a couple of, you know, Sutton's going to surely bounce back. He is the number one there. You can't Sutton will bounce back. Yeah, there's a couple of things that he needs to maybe sort, you know. But as you say, Joanne Johnson, I really like him as well. So that's the tight end that you can plug in. Hunter Henry always starts the season well, as the thing. He's like the number one tight end after 3 weeks, the last like 3 years or something like that, you know. And then he just falls off a cliff. So I get why he's played him there as well. But yeah, great win for Michael, and he'll be delighted that Tyreek Hills showed up a wee bit more. You know, that was especially after all the chat about the off-field stuff last week. You know, it'd be nice to see getting some points there.
but definitely he's got one in Javonte Williams potentially. If he keeps doing
Absolutely.
what he's doing, he's got two running backs. Connor's going to keep getting points. So I mean, Michael, it's the regular season. We know that he's going to probably win the division.
Win it.
He's going to probably lose in the first or the second round of the playoffs. It's just how it is.
It's just the life of Michael Amos, and show me the money in it.
Guy's a
Like,
legend getting through the regular season, but he's got January fever.
why should 2025 be any different, eh? And here we go. Now, I'm not being funny, but I can still hear Aaron screaming from now. So here's the story of Eskimo Brothers beating Sacked in the Morning 77-88 by 77-50. So I mean the week started fine, you know, and away they went. And Sean was always a little bit ahead, you know, he was always a little bit favourite. But Aaron was hanging on in there, you know. Jackson done really well from in the end. He started slowly. You know, Montgomery got him the touchdown. He was pattering along, just holding himself in it, while meanwhile Sean's team are going along fine as well. You know, the quarterback's done okay. Allen's got his touch. No, sorry, we'll talk about Allen in a minute. So you know he's knocking along fine, and Aaron's got a nice lead going into Monday night. But on Monday night, Sean's got Allen, he's got Gente, and he's got Myers all playing. So you're thinking he's getting there, no problem. But then Genty was shit, and Myers was shit, and Allen got into the end zone and done okay, but it wasn't enough. He was a point short. Well, he was half a point short. So Aaron has got his first win. Sacked in the Morning has their first win, and Show Me the Money in their second game. The rookie, the first team to join since like the year three. He's got his first win, but there it says 0-2, Douglas. So do you want to tell me why that says 0-2?
Well, because there was a little bit of a stat correction. And the Pittsburgh D had a point removed from them. And
Ronnie, can you go
yeah,
down to the D and let me see who's Aaron's D, please?
Pittsburgh.
Oh dear, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. So yeah, so he got the win ripped out of his hands, and the toys came out the pram, and I can still hear him screaming about it now.
Yeah, no, that that's admittedly a sore one. I don't know if I've ever been done over on a stat correction. I don't think I have. I it would annoy me. I mean, it's early enough in the season that you can get over it, but at the same time, 0-2, you start to get a little bit nervous. And his
Mm,
team's all right. His team's all right, but like most teams are all right this season. Yeah, I'd
I'm
be.
worried about his team. I think he's too weak at running back. I really do. I mean, Ford's as good as gone now that Judkins is getting touches, and yeah, Montgomery needs the Lions to be on a blowout. You know, he needs the
Yeah, he
Lions to
does.
be what they've been. And yeah, I'm worried about his running backs, but he's got great wide receivers there, and obviously Lamar at quarterback. He'll be competitive and he'll win some games. But I'd be very surprised if he makes the playoffs year one. But it's year one, you know, he's learning. But Sean's looking quite strong, I think. You know, I think Sean's looking pretty decent. He's got a good lineup there. So that
He,
means that Sean's 2-0.
he does,
Sean's
but
2-0.
Genty,
And
Genty's an interesting one. I don't know. They're not. He's not getting the production that everyone thought he would. Doesn't mean he's not going to
not
be a
yet.
great player in the NFL eventually, but he's not justifying where he was getting drafted anyway so far.
Oh, definitely not. But I mean, it is only week two. But you're right about the whole running back wide receiver thing, you know. So it would be slightly worrying. The same with Hampton, to be honest with you. I think that's really quite worrying as well. The fact that he's not hit the ground the way that we thought he would, you know, especially
Yeah.
given the fact that what's his face was out.
And what about like both the Jags? So because both these guys have got
Uh,
the two main Jags receivers, I've got Trevor Lawrence and he did fine at quarterback, but why on earth are they throwing the ball to everyone? But well, Thomas, to be fair, did had a terrible completion catch rate, but they're kind of drifting Hunter towards defense when, let's be honest, he should be out there as a wide receiver trying to score touchdowns because you need to score touchdowns to win matches. You know, and Thomas, it's like they're throwing to Parker Washington and De'Ami Brown. It's
yeah.
just, it doesn't make sense. They've invested these high picks in wide receivers and they're kind of looking elsewhere. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you. I mean, I think the thing is that you know they've got Thomas at wide receiver, but I'm worried about Thomas this year. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he's missed a few, and he's not started well at all. But but I do believe that you know he'll come in and Hunter will get his wide receiver, but they're probably thinking that they're weaker at defensive back, you know, so they're trying to get him to kind of play there
I
and,
think they've,
and
they've had
cover
an
that. But
I think they've maybe had an injury there as well. Uh, but yeah, I don't. I'm pretty sure by week 7, week 8, Hunter's going to be wide receiver almost full time. I don't know how long it will continue.
I hope not. But by the way, talking of Lawrence, thank you very much for dropping him in one more league and let me finally put in a quarterback that's playable, that's usable. You know, I appreciate that.
Oh hell, I never really thought that one through then, did I?
I do appreciate it. It was very kind of you.
Don't even know why did I do that. What did I do? Oh, I brought in Daniel Jones for him. I'm
You
not
brought
even
in
sure
Daniel
what.
Jones.
Not even sure why I've done that, mate.
But I appreciate it. It's very kind because I went and got him.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, that's the East League gone. So where are we going now, Johnny? We're off to the
Uh,
south, and it's Kirkwall Raiders beating the straight out of Hampton. Changed name from Hyde and Zeke from last season because you know, well, we thought he was coming out of hiding and finally showing up for a season, but not quite. So yeah, good win for Alan. Puts him 1-1, and obviously Graham stays 0-2. And it's a quarterback problem, isn't it? He's going to have to play quarterback roulette and an agency
well,
week on week.
he's becoming a bit of the league bunny, uh, which isn't a new thing. But I mean, Yeah, it's bad. He's getting outscored by Ray, I think. Hampton's doing nothing, which is a bit of a surprise. The Chargers are throwing the ball all over the place rather than running it. He's been ineffective. He's relying on Jacobs. Odunzi's doing fine for him, but yeah, he's ended up going down the Aaron Rodgers route, which we both know will be annoying him. Uh, and
He must have had a lot of pints down. I mean, let's not forget he's on holiday in Greece. He must have had a good few pints down the neck before he could pull the trigger on that one.
but he's also, I mean, he's gone and like splashed $40 in Jake Browning when no one else wanted him, so you could have had him for Nixie. So it looks like he's going to be trying the Jake Browning route now, having had to give up Jaden Blue. No, it's messy. It is messy.
I mean,
Now, we both know
not
Graham.
too bad
He'll
though.
probably just lose the rag and he'll just give up and say it doesn't matter. But we both know it matters to him.
I
Uh,
mean, Jacobs and Hampton are going to have good weeks. Smith's going to have good weeks. You know, Rome, as you say, is doing fine. There is the backbone of a team there. He's going to win, he'll win games, and if he can crawl himself into the playoffs, you know, it can always turn around. I wouldn't be ruling Graham out. Just, I'm not ruling him out the way you are just yet.
no, I'm not
But
ruling him. I'm not. Well, I'm ruling him out.
there you go. But good one for Alan again. You know, Alan's on the march now. Here he comes. Uh, Exactly. Both got rings. Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Alan's all right. Jalen Warren, he's the Steelers' number one back. He's probably only going to get more and more production. Harvey, he's just got to be patient on, but oh man, he's got Scatterbo and Tootin on the bench. Both of them, I think, are actually looking pretty decent, and I think
oh,
Tootin
absolutely.
especially. Uh, so he's got two backs there that in the second half of the season are going to be real good. So, and then he's got Lamb, London, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. He's got his beloved
So,
kicker that's going to win him matches on his own. Just about. Oh man, yeah, he's Allen's looking strong. His bench is Thornton Loveland. He's got a
split back
Loveland
on the
problem.
bench.
He's got a tight end issue there.
I mean,
Again,
he
what
brought in a Concord there to cover that, and yeah, he's got Meyer in the starting team. Obviously, hoping Bowers didn't play, but yeah, I mean, he's got a tight end issue, but you can win games without a tight end. You know, the tight end doesn't have to score you a lot of points. I think he does look very, very strong.
yeah,
And
and
JSN, I think JSN looks like a beast.
he does. He's just going to be a target hog. And as I say, Aubrey as a kicker is going to get him plenty of points too, because he's got
Absolutely.
that leg, and at some point he's going to kick a 70-yarder this season. Almost sure of it.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, yeah, I think so. Although I think my laddie's got a good chance of 70 yarder as well
Oh, he
this
does.
season.
Yeah,
But
he does. So yeah, Allen's looking quite nice.
he is indeed. And the other game in the south, we had the Bluetoon Patriots finally giving boys are back in town what their draft deserved. A right good whipping. 110 points, a good score for Chris. He'll be over the moon. And Ross, yeah, he's just 1-1. You know, if you see the thing I see right after the draft, if you'd have said to Ross you can be 1-1 after two games, he'd have snapped your hand off.
Yeah, but he's now got Eckler Gust, so he's not got a
Yeah, that's
second.
true.
He's not got a second running back uh, at all.
No, he
So
doesn't. No.
he's in a whole world of trouble, even with Josh Allen. Um, the rest of his team will win matches here or there, but that running back spot's an issue. And well, Chris, I mean, it's 110 points, happy days. Uh, Jared Goff's obviously done most of that on
Yeah,
his own,
that's
and that is big time flattered the score because he's running back Travion Henderson. So here's another rookie running back that's got a couple of question marks because his pass protection was meant to be the best, rookie running backs we've seen in years, blah, blah, blah. And he had holding penalties, he had missed assignments, and
three of
that's
them.
just going to maybe check him a little bit.
Very much
Stevenson.
so.
Well, so the reception that Stevenson got, the long run that he got on a reception, that play was seemingly designed for Henderson, but because of the problems
Was
he'd
it?
been having, yeah, they put Stevenson in to run it, and he nailed it. So that'll slow him down a little bit. Jefferson might be better with Carson Wentz at quarterback, but the the Vikings are not running any play. They're like last in the league at number of plays, so that doesn't help anyone. So there's question marks there. He's got Jordan Mason will be fine now because Aaron Jones is injured, so he'll be a bit of a bell
Yeah,
cow. He's gonna
absolutely.
he's gonna
Mason's a
have
good one.
he's got decisions on whether he plays Pearsall, but again he's got a tight end problem as well. He's having to play
There's loads of tight
Tonjes.
end problems.
Yeah,
It's, I mean, the tight ends are like that though, aren't they? As I say, you never lose ties
that's
with
true.
the tight end. But yeah, I agree with you in Henderson. I'm worried about him as well. I don't Jefferson. No, Jefferson's going to be fine. Someone's going to be catching the balls, and he's the target hog over there. I think he scored well with Kirk. He scored great with Kirk Cousins. He scored great with Sam Darnold. He scored fine with JJ McCarthy in his first two games, and he's going to score fine with Carson Wentz. I would not be worried about Jefferson. It said Jamo Williams. I mean, I know 16.8 points. You think, yay, but it was only two catches,
Yeah,
and
his
that's worried me.
and Detroit obviously it was a big score, so uh, they've got they've got a lot of mouths they feed it, and Amon Raz is the guy they're going to keep going to and keep going to and keep going to.
I do love that they ran the score up on Ben Johnson. That's brilliant.
Yeah, keeps him in his place a wee bit.
It does a tad. Yeah, I think the Bears look terrible. I really do. I don't. They do not worry me one bit at the moment. So yeah, that's it. The South. Bluetooth sitting at, well, we'll see the divisions in a minute. Let's go and see the last league. So, Copen Badley Jets, Mark got off to a great start with 2-0. He won 70.94 to Graham's Fat Flying Eagles 65-64. But yeah, Mark's got a serious issue there now.
No, well,
Bye bye, Burrow.
I mean he does, but I mean typical Mark. The boy wins with next to no points. I mean
It's,
he's
it's crazy how
he's
he manages
haunted.
to do it.
He's absolutely haunted. So he's going to have to go to Penix now, which
Yeah.
is a little bit of an issue. Did he not drop a decent quarterback for Penix as well? Yeah, he dropped Bo Nix. Like
Yes, who I have
yeah. I mean
now.
he had Bo Nix, kind of panicked for whatever reason and has brought in Penix, and he's now left with him. Uh,
Well,
but I mean
I
he's
mean,
having to play Kareem Hunt. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna.
it's,
I know he's 2-0, but I'm putting a pen through Mark as well.
I mean, I don't blame you, but it's one of those ones where I know how haunted he is, and I know that he finds wins from nowhere. T Higgins, Garrett Wilson, they'll do okay. Cup had a half a game. Brian Robinson's won CMC injury away from Belcow. He's got Cuge on the bench, who seems to be the long ball for Herbert, and Herbert seems to be liking him. So that's certainly running back is an issue after Bejan, but. I mean, he'll win games is the thing, and that he's just too haunted. I can't rule him out. But I mean, Graham Hurts is going to be fine going forward. He's got an Aaron Jones problem now, though, so he's got to replace him. He's got Bill on the,
Well, he's got no,
and
he's got Chubb.
yeah, he's got Chubb.
Chubb will be okay for a few weeks. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get it. And he's got Diggs and Ridley on the bench as well, so he's definitely got
yeah.
options there as well. So, yeah, there'll be better weeks ahead for Graham. Just a bad week for him this week, I think. I don't think he'll be losing any
Here,
sleep over it. He
here's
is
a
0-2 now, which,
stat for you because I was looking at it just before we came on. The rookie players so far. Who's the top three scoring rookies so far?
so that would be, I would say, scoring rookies.
Yeah,
I think
in this
Bill might
league.
be up there.
Nope,
Eh?
nope. Well, he's
Uh,
number 6.
he's number 6, has he? I mean, Tet can't be far away. Tet's done well,
Tet's 4.
but he's not scored.
Tet's
He's 4,
4.
is he? Tesla
Ig,
must be there as well. He's had a
mm,
couple of touches, but he's only had 2
no.
catches, so maybe not.
Igbuka's
But
first.
who's
Yeah.
first?
Igbuka. Johnny's just got number 2. Tyler Loop, the Ravens kicker, is the second highest scoring rookie.
Oh, is
Um,
he?
yeah, and the New England kicker is the 5th highest scoring rookie.
Is that right? There you go.
Yeah,
And
so
my kicker's done all right as well, and he's a rookie.
kickers matter.
Listen, kickers can win you games. If your kicker goes and gets 15, 18 points and your opponent's gets 2,
Yeah,
you know, that's such a difference. Kickers can win you games for sure. But yeah, I didn't think Luke was going to be the
yeah,
top scorer, that's for sure.
he's in 2 good games. I've just brought in the Colts kicker because he's the top kicker overall, and I just bugger it. I'll just presume he'll keep doing it. Anyway,
I
uh,
mean, at the end of the day, it's hard to find a kicker. You know, you've got to get the kickers on the right because they'll all have good games, but they'll all have bad games, and it's getting them in the right weeks.
absolutely. Anyway, the only other thing for Mark to do is to come into my office and talk about Travis.
The door is open, Mark. Travis
Well,
wants to go. Travis is getting his itchy feet.
Brighton.
He's got a wedding. He's got a wedding to plan, and he needs to get over to Baxter We Trust.
Yeah, he does. Johnny's asked who was third. Is Dylan Sampson, Johnny?
Oh,
Who's third
Samson,
on
of
the
course.
list?
Yeah, he's a,
Yeah. Tyler Warren's actually only 7th on the list. Because it's not
he's not
PPR.
scored.
It's just I
Yeah,
know
he's
it's
not
just because
scored.
it's not PPR. Anyway, we digress. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, so the final game of the week is what have we got? The final game of the week is Tartan Bears against Batman's Boobies. So we all know the score with Batman's Boobies. But again, 77.6 points. Not the lowest, not by a long shot. But
No, so
unfortunately for him, he ran into Tartan Bears this week, and 116 points was the second highest score of the week and gave him an absolute whipping.
yeah, so I mean, Joe's got Amon Ra and James Cook, and those 2 guys look like they're going to feast this season. So that's going to make him competitive in most matches. But I don't know, around the edges, AJ Brown's done nothing yet. Dalton Kincaid, Tillman. Joe's not. Yeah, he's got his bench is like, well,
Fifth as well.
it's injured and suspended and whatnot. So yeah, Joe's got a bit of work to do there. And well, I mean, Ray's like a 3-man team, uh,
Well, I
and
mean, he
it
worked
gets him
himself into
77
it.
points.
It's
But
crazy, isn't it?
he's got nothing on the bench. It's just like he's not that like 70, 80 points is just about Ray's ceiling, I guess.
Oh yeah, at the moment. But I mean, see if that can win him a game or two, and he's on tour now. But if it can win him a game or two, he's if Mixon comes back, he's got Ayuk coming back. Spears will be back soon enough, So I mean, it's almost and McCaffrey, Nakua, and Mayfield, they'll win them games. The three of them, the three of them will score 26 points each one week, and then he'll garner maybe 15 from the rest of them, and that'll be enough to win him a week. But make the playoffs, I just can't see how this team can make the playoffs.
Yeah, talking to McCaffrey, total like digress here. Apparently, he's going to play in this flag football next summer.
Who has?
Is it McCaffrey?
Oh,
Uh,
they're all it's going to be full in it. They all want to
aye,
play in it. They all want an
aye, but
Olympic gold medal.
I mean, bloody hell! I mean, that boy needs to be taking the summer off for F's sake, not going and dicking about at flag football. It's a dodgy.
No, he's going to be running about playing flag football.
Yeah,
It's non-contact. You're fine. He can't hurt
yeah.
himself. Mark.
No, but it's like I wouldn't have thought that was the game for him. Anyway, Shanahan's the coach as well, I think.
They all want to play that. If they all want a gold medal, and they know that it's a free gold medal, so they're all after it. They
Anyway,
there if they could be.
I
But
know.
yeah,
So
it's I think Joe does look pretty strong, but as you say, there are round the edges. I'm not Swift. I just, and he had that fumble. See if he has too many, Ben Johnson's dumped him once before. I don't think he'll be shy to just chuck him again. The problem, obviously, of doing that is who have you got behind him? Rashawn
yeah,
Johnston.
exactly. I think Swift will continue to get points this season because the volume will be there, and it'll be next to the off season that he gets rid of them.
But yeah, Reed and Addison, he'll have Addison back soon enough, but I can't see him doing much with Wentz as a quarterback. Certainly, I think there's only going to be enough room for one there when Wentz is quarterback, and that one will be Jefferson. But yeah, so that's the 8 ties from week 2, the winners and the losers, and so the divisions they look like this: the North, Ibrox Kid. Why is it saying Ibrox Kid? It should say Show Me the Packers. Anyway, Ibrox Kid and Show Me the Packers 2-0, leading the way. And then we've got Baxter We Trust at 1-1.
Yeah,
Factory of
Johnny.
Sadness is also 1-1.
Johnny's screen's different. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it on my other screen, and my league's fine. It does have the team names. I don't know why his has the usernames.
Oh yeah, so does mine. So does mine. But oh, I'm not on. Oh, I'm on like yeah. So in Varsity Blues, obviously 0-2 down there and starting to cry a little bit. It's okay, Grotty. It's only week 2. You're fine. The South has got Bluetown Patriots up at the top 2-0, Kirkwall Raiders and Boys Are Back in Town tucked in 1-1, and straight out of Hampton's going straight home to Hampton at 0-2.
Can we
Then we've
just
got
say, wait, Craig, just let's stop there. Graham has got 132 points. He is about 20 points adrift of the rest of the Show Me the Money league. I think that's so bad.
he is indeed 132 points, but
Oh,
with a back problem. Yes, well pointed out. So in the East, Tartan Bears are 2-0 and Copenhagen Jets are 2-0. And you've got Farts Flying Eagles down there at 0-2. That's a problem for Graham. He's normally up there competing. And the Batman's Boobies are sitting there at 0-2. And then down in the West, we have uh, Michael's Levion and a prayer at 2-0, no surprise. And Eskimo Brothers at 2-0, big surprise. So good start to the season for Sean. And the Madhouse G-Men and Sacked in the Morning both sitting down there and 0-2. At least one of them's going to get a win this week. But yeah,
pre-season favourites, Johnny. 0-2.
it's one of those ones. It's just been such a bad start for him, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. Johnny, he'll be back into it. So if we've got next week's games now, and if we have a quick look at week 3, we shall see that I can once again sweep the division if I can find a win over Sean. I get the feeling that Derek Henry's going to have a point to prove this week and come out and bust heads. So I do believe that it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tough one. But I'm happy with my team and I'm comfortable going into the game. What about you? You've got Varsity Blues changed my life. You've got Grotty this week.
I
How's your team?
am a 0.11 favourite. So the projections are pretty tight. I've lined up to have a wee chat with Grote after this, just to see if there's any doings. He's obviously wanting a wee trade tonight, I think. So lineups might change before, but we'll see.
Playing them, you can't be trading 2 days. You can't be trading like 3 hours before the week kicks off and you're playing each other.
Well, I mean, we can. If the lad wants a chat, the lad wants a chat. What can I say? Um,
Well, no, straight
uh,
out of Hampton. Straight out of Hampton are playing the Bluetown Patriots this week,
oof,
0-2 versus 2-0. And they're
oof,
favourites, Doug. They're
they're
favourites.
favourites. He can't surely blow it again. Do you know why they're favourites? Chris
Because
hasn't.
there's no
Chris
tight
hasn't got
end.
a. Chris hasn't got a tight end in his lineup. So when he finds a
He's got
tight
Zach
end,
Ertz.
oh, he's got Zach Ertz. So
Zach
yeah.
Ertz.
So Chris's favourite. Uh, so yeah, Graham. Ooh, wouldn't want to be 0-3. Oof.
No, I wouldn't want to be on three, but yeah, I wouldn't want to be on three. That's but he's stranger things have happened. The team's not terrible. They just need to perform. And then in the south, we've got Kirkwall Raiders, 60% favourites over Boys are back in town, and I don't think there can be any surprises there. But although Alan Ross has done really well and went to pick up Gainwell out of agency, I think that's a good pickup for him.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's all about Jalen Warren. I think Gainwell is who he is. I don't think he's suddenly going to be a good running back, but it's
No, but
probably
he's going
bet.
to score him 5, 6
He'll
points,
get
maybe
five or
four,
six
five
points. Yeah,
points. And if he gets into the end zone, then you can kind of double it. So but yeah, I mean, Allen's a heavy favourite, and rightly so. He'll be nothing. He'll be very disappointed if he doesn't win this week. I'm putting a score through Ross's team. That's it for Ross's chances this year. That's for sure.
yeah,
So
I agree.
down in the East this week, the East will be the first one, I believe, that the O has to go. It is indeed. Copenhagen Badley Jets are playing Tartan Bears, and that one of the O's has to go. They're both 2-0. Joe is
You've got to fancy
50-50
Joe
favourite.
there. I,
Yeah, I mean, yes, 100%. I mean, you never rule mark out any game in any given week. Will Travis Kelce still be in the
oh,
starting lineup come Sunday? Who knows?
he's splashed $50 in Sam Darnold, so he's not going with Penix. He's going with Darnold. Desperate
Also, he
times.
is. Yeah, he's going to. Yeah, did he actually? I know. Yeah, he put Burrow on the IR. But yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold's got New Orleans. You've got to remember, so that you've got to think that
Yeah,
it
that's
should be a
true.
good thing there.
That's
And
true.
that'll be the reason why. I'm sure he'll be much like Graham, going and switching between the quarterbacks most of the season now. But yeah, I mean, Joe'll stick with Mahomes as long as Mahomes is doing okay. But having Murray there on the bench just in case, it's a decent backup. But yeah, you've got to fancy him this week. He should be beating Mark this week. And then finally, we have Johnny's league. So we have the West, and Johnny himself is playing Sacked in the Morning, playing Young Aaron. So it's a Madhouse Seaman against Sacked in the Morning. It is a 50-50 game. So it should be tight, should be close. Someone's going to at least get a win in the board, but one of them's going to be on three, Doug. And as you say, you don't want to be on three, do you?
I totally would not want to be 0-3. I think that Johnny will take that one. I think it's going to be Aaron sitting 0-3 next week.
Yeah, I can't. I do agree. I've got to say, I just think Johnny's that wee bit stronger. Drake May's got the Pittsburgh defense as well, and they've been truly shocking against the throw, against going through the first 2 weeks. So he's got to be confident there. And Gibbs should go well again. Pickens is in Chicago. Chicago are terrible. He's got one. He's got Joanne Johnson, and now right move. So yeah, you got. I've got to say I fancy Johnny as well, but it's 50-50 for a reason. And Aaron's got the players that could do well. They've all got good matchups. Pittman's got the Titans. Ingram's the Chargers. I guess that's not the best matchup, but Metcalf's at New England, so he should go okay. Montgomery's got he's got the same as Gibbs. They're at the Ravens, but the Ravens' defense hasn't been outstanding this year. Week one they
Tell
conceded
me
a
about
lot of
it,
points.
because I'm sitting on them and I'm just toying over whether I still should be, but I'm going to sit
Yeah,
on them. Their slate opens up a little bit after the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to be patient with them.
yeah, fair enough. But yeah, Hall's got Tampa, obviously, who've got injuries in the defense, and Lamar Jackson knows Lamar Jackson, so could go either way. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, and then of course, because one of them's going to win, then one of Eskimo brothers and Le'Veon and a prayer have got to lose their winning streak. And I know Sean started 2-0, but he's 42% to win, and I don't blame that because it's Michael and it's a regular season champ. So what else do we expect but a win for Le'Veon and a prayer?
Yeah, I would, I would think so. Sean's team's all right on paper as well, though, but don't know. Well, see, Michael's still got Tyrone Tracy in there.
For
Not
me,
sure.
Sean's too relying on not very good teams. You know, he's got
Yeah,
he's full of Raiders, he's full of Jaguars, and I don't see how that can be a winning strategy long term. But it certainly started well, and you know, Genty will get better as the season goes on. So if he keeps getting wins and Genty keeps getting better, you never know what's going to happen. His team's strong enough to have DJ Moore on the bench, so it can't be that bad.
but the Genty's problem's not Genty. Genty's problem is that O line,
Line.
and teams keep doing this. Like, why go and spend a high pick on a guy like that when you don't have the line to work him behind? Uh, Bad teams just keep doing bad things.
Things. Yeah.
But go and construct your roster the right way.
Here's a question for you. Russell Wilson, this week, Russell Wilson or Caleb Williams? I think he's got the wrong quarterback starting at the moment.
Well, I mean, you're going you would say Russell. I mean, because teams can pass in Kansas, they can't run in Kansas. The
Yeah,
chances are that the Chiefs will get a few points, so you're going to have to. Wilson will
true.
air it out. Uh, I just think for the sheer fact that Wilson's willing to chuck the ball downfield and the Giants have got the receivers to go and get it, that he's going to be get you fantasy points. He might be a bit shaky in real life for winning games, but I think he'll get you fantasy points. Whereas Caleb, he's just not quite taken to the NFL like a duck to water
Not,
yet. Uh,
well, not taken to Chicago, I think, is more of his problem, but that's
whoa! Have you seen the comments?
Kraft suffered an injury.
Kraft. I mean, can't it be a big one, is it?
We don't need that to be happening.
Kraft injury. Let me just
Do
have
you
a
know
wee
what?
look.
It doesn't. To be honest with you, that's not a worry to me because I think Musgrave's just as good as him, and
Ah,
he'll come in and he'll do the
he's
business
not.
too.
We've had this
Yeah,
argument before, but Kraft is way better. It's not even
no,
a
it's I think
contest.
Musgrave's this, and you're about to see if Kraft does miss some time. You'll see that he's going to do fine.
Left
So
knee
we'll
injury.
see what.
Uh, it's not expected to be long term.
Well,
So
we'll see.
if
It was Musgrave was the number one tight end until he got hurt, you know. So if Kraft was to miss a week or two, Musgrave might take it back. You never know. But
maybe
yeah, that doesn't worry me. That doesn't bother me. In fact, it pleases me because I've got Musgrave in local shops. So I'll need to go and put them in. So that's week 2 in the bag then, Douglas. Week 3 coming up. We're already 1/8 of the way through the season.
1/8 of the way,
It's
absolutely.
If I can get
Who
myself to 3-0, I will be starting to think about the playoffs. If I can get myself to 3-0, I'll be starting to think about a wee playoff run. And I mean, it's
oh,
never
you're
been
getting no,
defended, Douglas. It's
it's
never
not.
been
No, it's
defended.
not. No, and the Packers and you haven't won the title in the same year and all this sort of jazz. So, uh,
For your 50, I mean, I'm trying to give you the best birthday present I know I can possibly give you, and that's a Packers McDermott double.
prick. Uh, yeah, but yeah, it's too early to properly shit myself, but wouldn't be ideal. I'm not going to lie. Wouldn't be ideal. Who've the Packers got this week?
The Packers are at the Browns.
Ah, well, piece of cake. Uh,
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a piece of cake. We've got a solid D, but yeah, I can't say
it's
I'm
Cleveland.
confident. I don't know what Flacco and 40 whatever year old Flacco's going to be able to do against our D, but we'll
Yeah,
find out on Sunday.
it's uh, it's Cleveland. You'll be fine. So, that'll be an early game.
6 o'clock, I think. Yeah,
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 the
6 o'clock.
49ers Cardinals is on Sky, I think.
Oh, is it?
Happy
That's do you know
days.
that's a potential banana skin, is it not? It really is. I mean the Cardinals will went 2-0 for a start as well, but I mean they've got a little bit about them. It's a potential banana skin.
Kyler Murray uh, has gotten away with it so far. He's not really throwing the ball, which is a problem for
No,
Harrison. He's just permanently running about like he's on the PlayStation. It's that
yeah.
David Luiz sort of thing, where he just runs 60 yards sideways. Uh, but we're at
And
home,
then he tosses it to Michael Wilson for a touchdown.
yeah. But we're at home, etc., etc. Yeah, I'd be disappointed. Our division, I think, will actually be reasonably tight this year. And the Rams are certainly not going anywhere, so the divisional matches really are going to matter, I think. So
Yeah.
we tripped up in them last season, and that, amongst other things, really mugged us off. But this year we need to be better in the division. Made a good start beating Seattle, but yeah, we need to beat the Cards at home for sure.
Well, we'll find out on Sunday, and I'm sure it'll be discussed next week. Thank you for joining me once more while Johnny's recovering from and his throat's recovering. And
100% pleasure.
we'll get into it next week and find out how week 3 goes. I'm not being funny, but I will be starting to get very smug if I sweep the division again. I'm not going to lie. So you better hope Sean does you a solid this week.
I'm getting used to it, so I'm numb to that nonsense now. My main aim this week is to go 2-1, see if I can pick up a wee trade, and laugh at Graham going 0-3.
Fair enough. Well, let's see if that's what comes to fruition next week. Thanks everyone if you're watching. See you next week. Good luck this
See
weekend.
ya.